Yo, 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 what's going on? It's Chain 187, your boy. I'm hanging with you because you're hanging with me. We're kicking together. That's the way it's meant to be. Bit of non-rhyme for you. Bit of nonsensical rhyming. First one for the night. The only one for the night. The only reason why I'm having this because I went for a really long ride today and I think I earned one. Probably did about maybe 12 kilometres, me and Connor, and that's not bad for a young kid. Yeah. Alright, you just sit here while I finish this. No, I'm only joking. So how are you all been? You can comment in the comments and I'll get back to you as I'll answer any questions or anything like that, or it's going on for well, my missus passed in December 7th of 2019. My missus' birthday was October 9th. That's Amanda's B-Day. Amanda's mum's birthday is December 7th. Have you just put that date together? Yeah, Amanda passed away on her mum's birthday, which is very sad. They were in Queensland at the time and I had to make the phone call. It was the worst phone call I had to make. That day is a blur for me, but if the doctor wasn't sure with Amanda's with how Amanda's body was going, why didn't you just say, look, as a precaution, I recommend that you go to the emergency ward? That's what every other doctor said to us. We should have gotten a second opinion. I keep on beating myself up because I didn't get a second opinion. I am so fucking cut that I have not got a second opinion. Is that my fault? The doctor should have a responsibility. Me as a painter, I've got to paint your house and I've got to have responsibility that paint job is going to stand up to what I'm saying it is going to stand up to be. Like the paint isn't going to peel off the doors, and when the carpet layer lays the carpet, the skirtings aren't going to get scratched. They're going to be properly sanded, and because believe it or not, a true painter can actually do that. Paint skirtings, the carpet gets laid, and the carpet layer. If it's a clean carpet layer, he won't mark the skirtings, and the skirtings won't have any marks on them. If anything's prepared right, like anything, you think of anything. If anything is prepared right, like you've got to have a game plan. You've got to always have some sort of game plan. If there's no game plan, just things aren't going to work. Nothing will work without a game plan. The NBA, the NBA teams, they work off a game plan. They work off strategies. You've always got to have a strategy in your head. The only thing is, our strategy, it just sort of happened within a space of it happened in a space of hours, really. Like, come on, man. Friday night, we were out. It's, she went to bed a little bit earlier than usual, woke up a bit groggy, but I knew that she by the time I left for work at 10 o'clock, I know that she was walking around, and I know that she would have been in bed, but she would have been watching Connor. She would never close the door if she was just laying in bed because she didn't feel well. she'd set Connor up and make his breakfast, and then, get him set up, doing something or other, and then she'd, go and lay in bed, but, keep her eye on him, because our bedroom faces where he would have been, playing his PlayStation. Yeah, so that beats me up all the time. That really beats me up. It's been seven. What? So today's date is, well, tomorrow's date is the 6th of August. 6th of August, 2020. All right. So tomorrow will be the 7th of August. So that's been what? December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So it's been fucking 9 months. No, 8 months. 9 months. 9 months. It's been 9 months, right? Connor won't watch this. I'll make sure that he doesn't ever, he doesn't watch this. But it's been 9 months since, his mum's passed away. My partner, my love. And last night he was asking questions about her and stuff, and telling me that he missed her and that. But he did have a late night the night before, because we've got possums in our roof. Have you ever had possums in your roof? Here it is, a fucking, sorry to swear, fucking nightmare. Anyhow, they've been running across the road. They've been, for the last 5 nights, all you hear after, say, 9 o'clock, is fucking, they run from one side of the house to the other. There must be at least 3 or 4 of them in there, because it's really active, and especially at night when, like, it's quiet. Then it goes right off. So for the last 5 nights, our sleeping patterns have been out of control. So yeah, that's the problem we're having at the moment. Like, it just keeps us both up, and then you give a bang on the wall or the ceiling, like try and scare them away. It shuts them up for about 2 minutes, and then they get back at it again. But you hear them actually scratching into the ceiling. I don't know what they're scratching. It sounds like it's going to scratch through the ceiling and fall through the ceiling. Hopefully that never happens, because I will shit myself. I remember one day I was working on this building site, and honestly, it looked like one of those, Russian hats. The fluffy Russian hats. And it was sitting in in a weird spot in this cupboard with no doors. We were painting, obviously, so, so I called the boys over. I said, "What's that?" And we kind of, sort of looked at it, and we thought it was dead for a little bit, so we tapped it, it moved. So the guy actually stood himself on the trough and gave it a good poking, and it just ran down the hallway and out the front door. It was quite funny, actually. Ran right past me. I thought it was going to run up me, but that was a possum. They just get into anywhere. That was a brand new house as well, so it wasn't as if it had smelt like food or anything like that. Maybe it might have smelt like food because the tradespeople, may have left an apple around or something like that. Half an eaten apple would have been a bon appetit for them, really. But yeah. So it's been 9 months, and Connor's still asking questions about his mum, and it's just freaking sad, because he probably wouldn't, like, as much as I want him to ask questions, like, I don't think they should be forced. I think they're forced because of the scenario that we're in. Boredom, and he's been at home for the last 5 days, really. I got him out today on a 2-hour bike ride, which was really good. So he got some really good sunlight on him. Yeah. We went out for had a bite to eat. Sat in the, well, not in the gutter, but, well, kind of in the gutter, but sort of attic gutter slash chair type of thing, table. I mean, we just ate our dinner there, and then we rode back. So yeah, that was a really good thing. I couldn't believe it. You know, on the bypass, right? When you come on the bypass from Springvale Road, um, you're coming down Springvale Road. You're going towards Chelsea. You turn right at the bypass, taking you on the Dandenong bypass. As you go past that first section up to Chapel Street, right behind them walls, them concrete walls, is like a homeless refuge. I stopped. Me and Connor stopped as we went past there, and like I was just talking about, all the rubbish and that, and I filmed a bit of it on my GoPro. I just got to figure out how to upload it from my GoPro. So yeah, I didn't want to take like my full camera out there. I would have, I might ask him, like maybe I should bring my camera out there and ask him. I just say, look, you want to do an interview for $20? The only thing you can say is no, really. I'll even say, wear your mask if you want. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, but what's really been upsetting lately is Connor been asking these, asking about his mum, when I know that if he was at school and his mum was more occupied, he wouldn't be having as many close thoughts, if you know what I mean, because his mind would be more active. He'd be focusing on sports, and I mean, he does his schoolwork. He hasn't been able to do it well this week because of these possums. It's just been unbelievable. Our sleeping pattern is ridiculous. They start from 9 o'clock and they finish at 5:30. It is non-stop ridiculous. But anyhow. Yeah, so we went for a ride all the way down the bike path, down to Springvale Road. And then we came all the way back up to Hammond Road, which was a fairly good ride, I think. It's got to be at least, say, 10 miles, well, 10 Ks. It's got to be about 5 Ks there, 5 Ks back, easy. That's not bad for young Connor. I had to sell his bike. His grandparents got him a bike because me and Amanda wanted to get him a bike for Christmas. But Amanda, unfortunately, obviously passed away before Christmas. So we didn't get to buy him, the bike that we wanted to buy him. So Nan and Pop, Amanda's parents, bought him a BMX and that. So we haven't told him yet, but we sold the BMX so he could get this bike. Sorry about that. So yeah, we haven't told him yet, but we sold that bike to buy this bike. That's the bike that he's got now is a Canningdale. It's worth more than my bike. It was on sale for $750, and we got him down to $550, which I paid $550 for mine, and I think I only had like $100. I think mine was worth $650 at the start, and the sale brought it down to like $530, $540. So yeah. Yeah, so he finally got to work out the gears and work out, going up a hill, he's got to calm down, go down gears, and when he wants to go fast, got to go down up gears and things like that. It was really good to see him work it out because, he hadn't ridden a mountain bike up until that stage. Well, he'd ridden mine, but he'd never ridden it very far. It'd just be, say, to the corner and back, which never changed gears or went up a hill or anything like that. So hopefully I can get him doing a lot more things like that in the sun and away from the PlayStation. I call it play Satan. Bloody hell. If he wanted to, he could play that for 5 days straight if I let him, I reckon. He'd probably have to, he'd probably have to, He'd probably have to can't think of the word. Yeah, he might have to have some sort of rehabilitation after it. Nah. He wanted his birthday's in 22 days. No, 20. Tomorrow, 20 days. 26th of August. He wants he wants the new PlayStation at the end of the year. But he wants an because he's already got a PlayStation 1. He wants an Xbox One, or whatever it is, a PS4 he's got. He wants an Xbox One. So I'm thinking if I get him a second-hand Xbox, then I don't have to, because once the new one comes out at the end of the year, he won't play them. So I think I'll just get him the new one at the end. Get him a second-hand one for his birthday. And then I'll buy him the new whatever he wants, PlayStation or Xbox, at the end of the year when they come out. So, yeah, hopefully they come out. But, yeah, I really wanted to make this birthday special for him. If you've got any ideas of what could make it special for him and how I could probably do it, yeah, can you leave your comments down below and, yeah, give us some advice on what you do for an 8-year-old's birthday in quarantine. And we don't have much of a family, really. It's just me and Connor. And his grandparents, you know, they just come and go as they please, really. But yeah, that's the way I see it. Hopefully Connor doesn't see it that way, but I don't say things like that in front of Connor. I try and keep my discretions with them. Because what's pissed me off, right, is Amanda led me to believe that I was a part of the family when she was alive. It seemed like once she'd passed away... Shane? Shane who? Oh, Connor's dad. Oh, yeah, Connor's dad, that's right. No more Uncle Shane anymore. You know, and the things that they said about me to their nephew, I'm so repulsed by it, but I still managed to... I think I still managed to be the bigger person, really. I still managed to be it. Anyhow, I'm going to sign off. Leave you them thoughts. If you can leave some comments, please subscribe. I'm low on subscribers. I need some more subscriptions. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to try and get some interviews in. So, yeah. Anyhow, Shane187. Killing it. I'm not killing the COVID-19 disease because nothing can kill that. It's like fucking Terminator, for God's sakes. I'll be back. And it came back. Anyhow, me loving you, you loving me, us being together, loving you forever, ever. In times of good and bad and happy and sad. Why?